Hello and welcome to episode 7 of SWOT analysis by Cricket Cult. And in the first episode, we told you the 8 teams that we're going to cover in this series. And there are only two left, India and Pakistan. And this was by design, friends. And today we're going to talk about the arch nemesis, the Pakistan team, who we also have to face on the 23rd of October. So here we go. Ashwin, the big one, Pakistan. First thoughts.
First thoughts, unpredictable. That's the only thing that comes to my mind when I speak about Pakistan cricket. And even I think Steve Waugh once said it best. You never know which Pakistan turns up on which day. They can either be the best of mates on the field or they could be bickering on the field. But either ways, they're a dangerous side. Unpredictable yet dangerous.
I agree with you, but I also feel that has sort of that is sort of going away now because they're consistently doing decently well, and you obviously they can implode any time, but I just feel that there is a semblance of a balance with Babar at the helm, with a very street smart character like Rizwan as the wicketkeeper and vice captain. Shadab is a leader in his own right. He's shown us in the PSL. You've got Shaheen Shah Afridi, who's a PSL winner as captain. So there are a few parts which are coming together. They are definitely stronger than they were, let's say 2-3 years ago, where there was a period of 10-12 years where they were just not up to the mark, and that is what makes this an exciting counter between India and Pakistan. Pakistan have had the edge in the last 3 games. They won 2, and we've won 1. And for a change, they've been close games. At least the last 2 have been very close in the Asia Cup. So I think that they're improving. They're peaking at the right time. They just won a very good tri-series in New Zealand, where they beat New Zealand and Bangladesh. Who can be a slippery team for the best of them. So yeah, they're carrying some form, but then again, I don't know how seriously we take the warm up, and obviously they gave more opportunities, but they were also up against one of the favorites, England, and we saw what happened there. It didn't quite go to plan, but then Babar didn't play, Rizwan didn't play, Shaheen just bowled a couple of overs. I don't think many bowlers completed their quota. So I don't know how much you can read into that, but yes, it does show that they still have a long way to go when it comes to competing regularly with the likes of England and Australia in T20 cricket.
Before we get into the SWOT, I just want to ask you one question. The 4-3 loss that they had at home to England, how much do you think it will impact Pakistan going into such a huge tournament?
See, that was against England, right?
Yeah.
And England are definitely the more fancy team. England is not in their group. So I feel England and Australia in one group, that is very hard for a New Zealand. But Pakistan have a chance because they have India and South Africa along with Pakistan as the 3 best teams in the tournament. So I won't be surprised if Pakistan get the better of South Africa. I think it's a 50-50 or maybe a 51-49 in favor of India in the India-Pakistan game. Not much to choose between both sides. Both sides have glaring weaknesses and both sides have enormous strength. So yeah, but before we get into the strength, let's start with the squad. What is the squad looking like? I believe Fakhar Zaman is back.
Yes, and Usman Qadir is out. So Babar Azam is the captain, Shadab Khan, Asif Ali, Fakhar Zaman, Haider Ali, Haris Rauf, Iftikhar Ahmed, Khushtil Shah, Mohammad Hasnain, Mohammad Nawaz, Mohammad Rizwan, Mohammad Wasim, Naseem Shah, Shaheen Shah Afridi, Shan Masood. And standby players here: Mohammad Haris, Shah Nawaz, Dahani. And I believe they have one more player. I think it is Usman Qadir. He's been put into the standbys.
Yes, because Fakhar was initially in the standby, and I think now they've So they've taken a slightly different approach from India, where they have two spinners and five pacers instead of whereas India has gone with four pacers and three spinners, which suits Pakistan's style of cricket. So without much ado, let's get into the strength. Do you want to take it, Ashwin?
Yes, and the obvious strength is in the pace bowling. You have five strong pace bowlers who can clock above 140 with ease in the final 15, and one is sitting in the reserves in Shahnawaz Dahani. So I think every player has the ability to clock up good speeds, and not many teams have this luxury in this tournament. And I think with Shaheen and Haris Rauf will be the main bowlers if Shaheen can maintain his fitness, and one of Hasnain Shah and Mohammad Wasim Jr. could be the third pacer. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't think it will be Hasnain for starters at least. It is between Mohammad Naseem Jr., who's a very good death bowler, and Naseem Shah, who's just young and sprightly and very very quick, and did well against India in the Asia Cup. We'll get to that when we get to our likely playing 11. But yes, that is the obvious strength, and solid openers. But then that can be both. That can go both ways in T20 cricket.
Right.
So weakness is I think also a glaring weakness, like I alluded to earlier. So basically their middle order, it's almost a no-show. Yes, with Fakhar Zaman back, it does bolster it a bit, but I still feel that Khushdil Shah and Iftikhar and Asif Ali, they still haven't quite stood up and lived up to their potential. Or even Heather has been good in parts, but there is still I don't think even a true blue Pakistani supporter will have too much confidence in the middle order. So that's definitely a weakness. When it comes to opportunity, I feel that is the two spinners. So look at it this way: one is a left arm spinner, one is a right arm leggy. Both one bats left-handed, one bats right-handed. Both are probably in better form than their actual middle order, and more than decent. In fact, almost match-winning batsmen. And those two are also the best fielders in the team. So a correct analogy would be like how in chess, when there are two bishops, that is they are doubly dangerous when both of them are alive. When one of them goes, the power doesn't halve, it quarters. So I compare because like in chess they go cross, right? So basically they cover the entire board. So like that, these two cover, like just give enough balance. They are the two best all-rounders in the team. They are the two best fielders in the team. So they just give them immaculate balance, and definitely if Pakistan has to go a long way in this tournament, then they will. These two are as important as a Shaheen or a Rizwan or a Babar, I feel.
And coming to the threats, what is the one glaring threat? For me, I think the threat is, the unpredictability I've always said about Pakistan. But I believe that you have something in mind which you want to tell our viewers about one threat that Pakistan has.
So I gave them a bit of a hint when I was talking about Babar and Rizwan. So I sometimes feel that if it's a belter, like we saw at the Optus Stadium in the first game against England-Australia T20 series, if it's like a 200 power score or 190 power score, I just feel it's law of diminishing marginal utility. Like you want, because of a weak middle order, it's a catch-22 situation. Because of a weak middle order, you want Babar and Rizwan to face most of the balls. But then, like sometimes when it's a 190 or 200 power score wicket, then like the longer they play, basically the worse it is for Pakistan, because they don't have. There are big grounds in Australia, right? They don't quite have the firepower, and sometimes they're guilty of swinging enough balls. I don't blame them, because with such a soft middle order, probably blame the selectors, because with such a soft middle order, anyways, if they get out, it capitulates. So it's a two-edged sword. But yeah, that could be a threat, because in Australia, you generally get good batting wickets, true bounce, and you'll see the total will be on the higher side, at least when the wickets are good and fresh. So that could be a threat, in fact, if these two, because they don't take risks for obvious reasons. But if they don't, then it just doesn't help getting to an above par total. It's fine while chasing, but when you bat first, that can be a threat for Pakistan.
And do you think that the lack of a seam bowling all-rounder can also come back to haunt Pakistan?
Lack of a seam bowling all-rounder, definitely that is also a threat, because in Australia you have only they'll probably only field 3 pacers, and if one of them has an off day or one of them pulls a hammy, then you're down to 2, because your other 6 bowlers also Iftikhar, who's also an off spinner. So that again could be dangerous if they don't have a Hardik Pandya like character, or a Stoinis, or Marco Jansen, or a Ben Stokes,
Right.
that sort of a character in the team.
So what is your
Or a Jimmy Neesham for that matter.
So someone like Fahim Ashraf will obviously be missed because he isn't picked
But
obviously.
then Fahim hasn't quite done well with the bat, I feel. But I still feel that they should have trusted Shoaib Malik, not as a fast bowler, but just because of the weak middle order. They should have trusted Shoaib Malik one more time. But who knows? One of these middle order batsmen can have a great World Cup like Asif Ali had last time, and you never know.
Right. So let's get to the likely 11 that according to you, for Pakistan against India.
It's like you pick up any card in the middle order, the rest of the team probably picks themselves up. So what I've done is I've gone with what I feel they'll do, at least against India, is I've gone with obviously Babar and Rizwan as my openers. I don't have Shan Masood, so I'll bring back Fakhar Zaman at 1 down. Then I'll have Haider at 2 down. Iftikhar, because he's the 6th bowling option, so he has to play at 3 down. Asif Ali at 4 down. The batting order can change. Nawaz and Shadab can come up, but pretty much like that. Then you have Nawaz and Shadab as your 7 and 8, followed by 3 pacers. Shaheen and Haris Rauf will definitely make the team, and I'll prefer Naseem Shah, at least against India and other Asian teams, for his sheer pace and his ability over Mohammad Naseem Jr., who's also a very good bowler in his own right, and probably a better death bowler than Naseem Shah. But I feel with Shaheen and Haris, that is covered.
So one important question that I've always asked you through this entire.
I can't
I'm going to
answer
put you in
this.
the spot today.
No, we'll do that. We'll do that when we preview the India-Pakistan game. But for today, yes, I think they have a very good chance of making it to the top 4. But it all depends on their match against India. If they start the tournament, if they lose to India, then they're not reaching the semi-finals for sure, because that just derails their competition. But yeah, I'll probably give South Africa and India the edge in this group.
Right.
But a very, very slight edge.
Very slight edge, and that is Pakistan's SWOT analysis. So if you've been following us and you like this video of ours and you like all the content, so please like, share and subscribe, and obviously press that bell notification button right there. And we are also on Instagram, Cricket Cult Official. Cult Cricket is our Twitter handle, and www.cricketcult.com is our official website where you can read all the stories, everything that is breaking, trending, or even we have opinion articles and stat-based articles, so you can read that. So any final comments, Siddharth?
No, just stay tuned and keep giving us your love. And tomorrow is the big preview of a SWOT analysis of India, and then day after we'll have the India-Pakistan preview. So stay tuned to this space for more.